So Leroy, yesterday, ESPN came out with a little listy list where they ranked.
They've been on a list binge.
Let me clear my throat for this. There's only one thing I despise more than lists.
Why?
Right?
What's that?
I know what it is.
Power rankings.
No.
That's a win. That's a
Count
loss.
with power rankings.
That's a win. That's a loss.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Like a list. Who cares? You know how hard it is in certain sports to compare. Like, think about this. Barry Sanders and Eddie George played the same position. Right?
Yep.
With two totally different styles. The only way you can compare the two is if you just put the numbers up there, because a lot of people haven't really seen Barry Sanders play. So, like, yeah, man, like, okay, we're gonna sit here and talk. Okay, some old guy's gonna call and talk about Wilt, right? Right? Did you see the way they dribbled the basketball in the '60s?
Do you want to know where Wilt is ranked?
Sure.
I gotcha.
No, you didn't get me. I'm curious.
I don't even know if he is ranked yet because they haven't revealed their top 10. They've only gone up to.
Oh my goodness! And then they tease you.
They've only gone up to. They've gone from 74 all the way up to 11, and I don't see Wilt yet. So I'm assuming they haven't picked him yet.
Wilt's got to be top 5.
Yeah, I don't see Wilt yet.
The highest, like 50 a year or something.
The highest they get to right now is number 11, Oscar Robertson.
Big O, Mr.
Big
Triple
O,
Double,
Mr. Triple Double. So they got him. They got hit. They got
now a joke. Now everybody thinks it's easy to get. Triple Double's easy to get.
I know. It has been bastardized a little bit, definitely. Hakeem is number 12.
Which,
Steph Curry number 13 all time.
Well, here, think about this. Which is too soon, I think.
Well, here's the interesting thing about this list. And I will get to where Dwyane is. Above Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's 14. And I don't know if I could go. Here's the thing. I mean, he revolutionized the league.
With one skill.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, he's got double the MVPs. He's got more championships, but he's got no finals MVPs.
Think about this. Is he even the leader in that category? I mean, he has all the records for a year, threes made in a year. But for a career, he doesn't.
Oh, you're talking about you mean all-time threes?
Yeah.
He's got. I bet you he's getting close though.
But getting close ain't there.
Let me see where he is all time.
That means you have to put a caveat in and say eventually he could, or he will.
He is Ray Allen's all-time leader. Reggie Miller's behind him. Steph, if Steph would have played this year, he would have passed Reggie Miller and would have been probably. He's still probably 2 years away from catching Ray. So I see no reason why he's not going to be the all-time three-point leader.
Okay, but he's not there yet. And so, like, we just, in sports it's pretty funny. We just assume a lot of things, but things happen.
Oh, by the way, somebody's saying that you're far away, so if you can crank up your volume. Apparently you're low right now.
How's that?
Yeah. Somebody's asking where LeBron is on the list. I imagine he's going to be in the top 10. That hasn't come out yet. But yeah, I was a little surprised by that. That was one of the surprising ones. Dirk Nowitzki, 19. Kevin Garnett is 20. Dwyane Wade comes in at 26th all time on this list. 26th all time, not top 25. Kawhi Leonard is above him at 25. Then David Robinson at 24. Charles Barkley, 23. Dwyane Wade's not above Charles Barkley? They put a lot of stock in that MVP, I'll tell you that much. Jesus. Shouldn't you get a little bit of, like Dwyane, unfortunately, his peak was when LeBron was winning all the MVPs. That's not fair. Charles Barkley got a gimme MVP because people were sick of giving it to Jordan.
Really?
Oh, I see Nick.
Here,
and I see that Nick Friedel had a hand in this list. He hates D Wade.
You know what's funny? This is all honesty.
What?
You see Barkley now, right? People don't realize how great that dude was, right? Because of his antics now.
Yep.
And so don't hate on Barkley. Barkley here. Barkley was the Zion. Whereas his height, you wonder what position he plays. But because of his size, him being so athletic, he was able to dominate in that way. That's what Charles Barkley was.
What about this one? This was an interesting one to me. Scottie Pippen being 21 all time. You don't think Dwyane Wade's a better player all time than Scottie Pippen?
I mean, yo, that's.
I understand.
Guy.
I understand. He's
Don't
the
sleep.
all-time. He's the all-time sidekick. Everybody's been more appreciative of
Oh
Scottie Pippen.
no, man!
But
so that's what Scottie Pippen's gonna be known
dude,
as.
he's Robin. He is. He's Robin.
Okay, but guess what? Has Batman ever caught a bad guy without Robin? Robin wasn't always around.
Bro, Robin sucks. Robin would get caught all the time.
Did Batman catch criminals before Robin?
Here's the thing.
Yes.
Now. Here's the thing.
Yes. Did Jordan win a championship before Pippen?
No.
No.
Well, this is why I'd say that though, because in a lot of ways, Wade had the Pippen role when LeBron was here. He was the Pippen, right? Like he took the back seat. But
kind of.
But
yeah,
he does have in his back pocket before that a Jordan-esque all-time carrying his team's ass.
Right. So you can't call Pippen an all-time Robin when Batman never won before Robin got there.
I understand, but Pippen in his opportunities didn't carry the Bulls when MJ sat out playing baseball. Didn't carry the Bulls.
That's just like people consider Parcells a great coach, right? Never won without Bill Belichick as a defensive coordinator. I mean, like, yeah, man, you can't discredit the guy playing with the star because you just acknowledge the star.
Yeah, and look, and they're very different players. Scottie's kind of the facility
6'8".
Yeah, the facilitating
Also,
wing, monster defensively.
Right.
But Dwyane Wade's the all-time shot block leader at guard.
Oh, okay, but that's like saying you're the fastest turtle.
No, it's not. That's
How many
not.
points? How many? Hold on. Let's be clear.
Mm-hmm.
Not taking away anything from D Wade, but it's not like there's a whole bunch of point guards that was doing what he was doing. So to be the best at it, when there's not a lot of people that were doing it, you see what I mean?
I'm just saying. Just saying, like I know that he's the one on the list. Now he's got 6 championships. It's twice as many as Dwyane.
And you still call him Robin? Come on.
He's got 6. Well, he's got
6 championships. You call him Robin? Like that dude
He is Robin. He is Robin. Would you rather call him another Avenger? Who's number 1 Avenger and then who's number 2? So is he Iron Man to Captain America?
No, but you're calling him Aquaman.
I'm not calling him Aquaman.
Yes, you are.
He's Aquaman compared to Dwyane Wade being the Hulk. That's just me.
No, Dwyane Wade is not the Hulk. Here, put it this way. Jordan is the equivalent to Captain Marvel. Mm-hmm. Like, if she would have brought her ass around earlier, the Avengers would have lasted 2 movies, right? But she's traveling the world.
Yeah.
But when she's in the game, all hell breaks loose.
Captain Marvel went to go play baseball.
Yeah.
What about Kevin Garnett? Kevin Garnett comes in at number 20. MVP, Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, no.
Championship with the Celtics.
Kevin Garnett was, yeah. Before, when he went to Boston, he kind of had a different demeanor. Like, he got angry.
Yeah.
Right? He wasn't like that in Minnesota.
Mr. Nice Guy in Minnesota.
Yeah. Right. So I think it was the whole Boston
You know what else
thing.
he was in Minnesota?
What?
Mr. Loser. because Dwyane Wade when
No, didn't they make it to
They made it to one conference finals, but their
went
known
to the
thing
conference
was
final.
their known thing was getting bounced in the first round.
bounced.
right. Kevin Garnett, that's fine.
You know what Dwyane Wade was doing in the first round his rookie year?
Right.
Game winners.
Okay. How about this? Has LeBron ever lost in the first round?
Oh.
No.
Is that true?
Never
It took
lost
him.
in the first
It took him longer to get there than Dwyane. I didn't think he'd make it. He didn't make it there till his third year. Dwyane
Make
made
what,
it
to
there
the playoffs?
Yeah.
to the playoffs.
He was in high school.
What? Oh, come
He just
on.
left high school, dude. He weighed $180. Did you see? Do you see
Look at-
little
you look at
LeBron
that-
when he first got to the league with them big old basketball clothes?
Look at extra swole cranking up that excuse machine for LeBron. Which, by the way, I'll give my review of the Last Dance's most recent episode. Oh, Dirk Nowitzki at 19. Are you effing kidding me? Back after this.
I do a radio show.
It's very odd. Like they're doing 74 for 74 years of the NBA. Seems like definitely seemed like an audible they call, because that's usually a list you would do in the 75th year, and they do top 75 players. Definitely feels like they called this one early a little bit.
Well, that's the go-to thing. Hey guys, let's make a list.
Let's make a list, y'all. But yeah, the one thing I'm just looking upon. So Dwyane Wade came in on this list at 26. And I'm gonna be fully, I'm biased. That's my dude. Everybody here is D Wade not our guy? That's our guy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
You don't think
I'm just-
in the wait.
Uh-oh, the history of
Let's keep
basketball.
it real. In the history of basketball, D Wade is 26.
yeah,
Come on, dude, that's unbelievable.
I get you. But like, Scottie Pippen's above him.
You don't.
Rings, bro. 6 rings.
What is it? What did he rank? Number 1 in CTR, coattail riding.
There you go. Texter was right on point.
What? Somebody wants me to make my top 74 all spite list. I'll do
Yes,
it.
that's what it is.
Can it be all sport? Can it be a top 74 of all spite over all sports, or just basketball?
I think it's all sports. You gotta get Gase in there.
Yeah. He started off in Milwaukee, right? And then went to Seattle. Seattle, he was a baller.
Oh yeah, I was because I was telling Leroy, because I looked at the 74 through, I think this goes to 40, and I saw that Ray Allen was behind Paul Pierce on the list. I was like, really? Now,
I mean, the all-time leader in three-pointers.
right, he's the all-time leader in a very big skill set. How does that not have him above Paul Pierce? Finals MVP Paul Pierce. I mean, like, I'll get his 1 championship that he acts like his 7 championships. He thinks he has 6 championships. I mean, let's be honest. Paul Pierce thinks he has 6 championships. He really does. Like, he's been holding on to that 1 finals like grim death. He thinks he has 6 championships. Ray Allen is the best all time in his career at a huge skill set in the NBA. Has the most iconic shot in NBA Finals history, maybe NBA history, and he's behind Paul Pierce on this list. Fugazi list. Alonzo Mourning, by the way, comes in at where does Alonzo come in? He comes in at
He's in the
63. 63 all time for Alonzo.
I
Right
see
behind
that.
Dennis Rodman, Robert Parrish, Willis Reed,
Now,
Bob McAdoo.
it's weird. Dennis Rodman's on that list for one thing.
Hustle and
Defense.
rebounding.
Yep. Defense and rebounding. Not considered a scorer at all. But yeah, man, I'm looking at Ray Allen's stats. Come on, dude. Are you kidding me?
I know. I'm just saying. Fugazi list. List.
Is this worse than the jersey list? The same thing that the top 74 jerseys that came out last week?
Well, can I say this? Okay. Like Giannis. All right. Great player. He's 20. They have him 27 all time. All right.
No.
He's played for 3 seconds. He's won an MVP. Might win a second. But he gets to be 1 spot behind Dwyane Wade with none of the championship success yet. Like, can we pump the brakes just a little bit? Can he be in the 40s?
Man, of all the players, there's 2 guys that get a bum rap in NBA, right? Scottie Pippen and Charles Barkley.
Sorry.
Barkley because people don't remember him playing, right? Here, remember that time when D Wade sat out the last shot of the game? No, because that was Scottie Chicken.
Dwyane Wade would go out there with sunglasses on to play through a migraine until the NBA banned him. Play through anything.
But
Let's
like,
get-
so
I couldn't
where
see.
would I rank?
I'd like to do a poll of like just better player, Dwyane Wade or Scottie Pippen. It would be but if I do the poll, it's not going to come back.
Hey, where's Melo?
Oh, good question.
Melo.
Somebody said that list is a joke without Carmelo. Really?
I'll try and. I mean, seriously,
Maybe he hasn't been called
Really?
yet.
I'll find Carmelo. I don't think
You
he's
know
in
what Carmelo is? He's the king of the looter and riot, right? Score a bunch of points, team don't win. He had some good years in Denver, but that's it.
I don't think I see Carmelo though. I mean, unless Carmelo's in the top 10, which he is not.
No, I don't think he's on the list.
James
Somebody
Worthy,
said this
Tracy
list is a joke without
McGrady,
Carmelo.
Paul Pierce.
Think he's a New York fan?
Maybe he's a Nuggets fan.
Leroy, where would you rank Wade? I'm fine with Wade ranked there.
It's not far off of where he should be ranked all time, but there are some people
See,
above
but
him
here's
where
what
I'm like,
happens with lists. You don't necessarily look at the number, right? Next to the player. You
I'm
look
looking
at
at
the
the
other players
yes,
and say, there is no way.
Yeah, I look at the players around him.
Right.
I look at the players around him. That's what intrigues me.
If next year, well, I guess he would be on it.
Like Dirk's at 19. Let's be honest. Dirk's at 19. Dude's getting the Euro bump. I'll just say what it is. Dude's getting the Euro bump.
But guess what? You don't think? Oh man,
He's getting the Euro bump.
the Euro bump,
The Euro bump.
dude. You know you were alive when Dirk played.
I was.
How dominant was that dude
1 foot
for
the
a 7-footer?
the 1 foot fadeaway, the big man who could shoot, all that type of stuff. Great. Revolutionized it for the Euros, but he's getting the Euro bump. That's it. Let's just say what it is.
Yeah, there he is. Yes, Leroy, I'm a Knicks fan. Of course you are, because that's the only person that would call in and say, Melo!
Hello. I don't see him on the list, sir. You're not in the top 74. Maybe.
No, I already knew he wasn't on the list because we had Rick and Davey with your with his Tobin hot take.
Let's get the headlines.
This is WAXYAM South Miami and WSFS-FM HD2 Miramar, a radio.com sports station.
Melo played in the Mecca, bro.
In the Mecca, he had the guts, bro. LeBron never did it. He went scared to Miami's. And then went and got his hair done in LA's. Dude, Eurobump is a thing.
All right, who's the greatest Euro player? Dirk, right?
Yeah, I would say Dirk. I would say Dirk.
That'll probably change because is Giannis.
Yeah, I guess Greece has to claim him, right? I mean, who gets to claim Giannis? Nigeria or
Right.
Greece? I guess
Right.
Greece. He's the Greek freak, so I guess they do. Even though his parents are from Nigeria.
Ooh, somebody said it's the white privilege bump. That's Euro bump, dude.
Kuzi's getting the white bump.
Oh, did you go watch the old film and watch them dribble the ball?
There's gonna be some old guy who's so mad at me, but there's just you got to see this picture they put of Kuzi on the list. I'm just like, come on, bro.
In perfect like Hoosiers basketball position.
Oh my god, I think he's guarding Rothstein. Okay, so we have this other poll out right now because ESPN did their top 74 players, which is just an odd number. There's 74 all-time players, and D Wade came in at 26, which I'm not mad at. Like
In
26
the history,
in the history of the game.
In the history of the sport.
In the history of the sport.
How about this? Let me ask you a question. If we did football, how high would Dan Marino be?
They've probably done it in the top 100, I bet, all time. think in the NFL top 100. Let me see. NFL top 100. Dan Marino. Let's see. Selected to the all 100. Is he just on the all? Oh, I think he was number 25. Number 25.
Now, Dan Marino's 25
Yep.
of top 100 football players. D-Wade being 26 in basketball, man, is, I think, awesome.
I know, but I have a little bit of an issue with Scottie Pippen being 21.
You have an issue with who's in front of him, but you don't have an issue with D-Wade being 26.
Yeah, but that's what a list is built off of. If I see people above him, I feel like he should then be higher on the list.
Let me ask you another question. If they have this list 25 years from now, is D-Wade there?
At 26? Or do you think
you
he's
see
lower?
what I mean? Because one, and here's why I say this. Because he's closer to his career. As he gets farther from his career, does he move farther down the list?
It's a good question because I think a lot of people.
This is real fresh. It's real fresh. Everybody loves D-Wade right now. He had an unbelievable retirement tour, and that was kind of when look. If you didn't know who D-Wade was, his final season, you learned a lot about him. And
Sure.
So now he's fresh in a lot of people's minds who didn't really know D-Wade. Knew he was great, knew he was a champion, but didn't know how great D-Wade was. And then when you realize how much love he was getting at every other arena, then people started kind of, recognizing his greatness. That being said, the farther away he gets from his career, right, does he go further down the list because it's not as fresh? Whereas Scottie Pippen, good or bad, no matter how long this list is, you always are going to associate him with Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but should he be on the verge of being a top 20 player? Like I just don't think that's the case because
you don't think Scottie Pippen is on near that?
I don't think he should be above Dwyane Wade. I don't. I just don't. Never being the guy who's been the guy.
And I would say that where D Wade is unbelievable.
And I'll tell you what.
And I'll tell you this is that if you go outside of Miami, most people think you have crazy talk. It's crazy talk.
I don't disagree with you, but here's the thing that I think is different about it. And you know what's been interesting about watching this Last Dance is they've put such a light on all the bad stuff about Scottie Pippen. Like the only positive thing they said about Scottie Pippen was, oh, he was woefully underpaid in the start of his contract because he signed such a long-term deal. But the sitting out, the trade demands, the migraine game, the refusing to go in for the Tony Kukoc shot, and Michael is there lambasting him every single time. I don't think if you ever did a documentary, like whatever LeBron's Last Dance is going to be, you're not going to have LeBron having those talks about Dwyane Wade.
No,
Never.
no. It has more to do with who D Wade was.
What do you mean? Bless you. Twice.
He was never that guy. Right? You never viewed D Wade as a guy during a basketball game or during a season that wasn't going to do whatever it took to win.
Right.
So that attitude, like you never, if, and he wasn't, like he was always a team guy. And maybe that has to do with the Heat, by the way.
Maybe.
That a lot of guys are like that. Because one of the things you hear these guys say now is be happy for somebody else's success.
Right.
And so what I would say is this, is that basketball was different back then. And, if Spo is drawn up shots for other people, D Wade didn't have it in him to be that pouty guy when it came as long as D Wade has played basketball, I've never heard him complain about playing or how much he was playing or why shots weren't for him or why he wasn't getting his name called, But you have to understand, D Wade never had to prove himself.
Let's get the headlines.
Never. But Scottie Pippen did.
This is WAXYAM South Miami and WSFS-FM HD2 Miramar, a radio.com sports station.
But in the times that he was put on the line to kind of prove himself, like I'm watching a 10-part documentary and it's like, yeah, where are the moments? Because I feel like they're doing nothing but hosing him down and giving him terrible moments. And I don't think I don't think that would ever happen in a documentary where
Scottie, by himself, without the other star, still went to the conference finals.
So?
D-Wade didn't.
Yeah, but D-Wade went and won a championship with a broken down Shaq and won the championship.
It was with Shaq, though.
Yeah, but Shaq wasn't good in that series.
Okay.
He was good in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, just because he had a bad series, you can't just all of a sudden chalk it off to, okay, Shaq sucks.
I didn't say that he sucks. I didn't say that he sucks.
I'm saying that if is it safe to say if you strip down both players to them just being the star with nobody else, Scottie made it farther?
Nope.
You can't say that, but it's a fact.
It's not, though.
It is.
It's not, though.
If you take Shaq and LeBron away from D-Wade and you take MJ away from Scottie Pippen, those two guys are both the guys who made it farther.
Yeah,
Scottie
but in the
Pippen
midst,
did.
but in the midst of that, he's not playing in a series and
Okay, but
and
just-
voluntarily sitting out of the game.
Okay, but all that being said, Scottie Pippen still made it farther.
He made it further, literally watching from the sidelines and saying, no thanks. Hey, not going in. No thanks.
All right.
So how much can I put into that accomplishment, man?
Okay, because I mean, that wasn't the only game in the series or season.
Understood, but he still did it.
He did. He still made it farther though.
Watching.
That's a fact.
Watching.
He watching in that moment. He didn't watch
Watching.
the whole time.
In a bad moment.
So you saying he didn't make it further than D-Wade?
He got to ride coattails, which is what he does. Top CTR rating.
So you think D-Wade is better because only Scottie Pippen, all he did was ride coattails?
He was a very good coattail rider.
In no way, shape, or form was he any good.
I didn't say he wasn't good, just not better than D-Wade.
Okay. All right.
You can vote now. Better player,
what sucks?
Dwyane Wade, Scott. Go ahead.
He was even higher. I think he was even higher when the NFL did the 50. I mean, the NBA did the top 50.
Was he?
I think so.
Big mistake.
And that's why I say, as the years go on, he's moving down the list too.
Yeah, it happens. There's great players coming along at all times. I think the list is kind of wacky to begin with. Look, it's not just Dwyane Wade. Like Steph Curry being above Kevin Durant, right? It's a little bit weird, right? Because we watched those two on the same team. We saw who was the more important player in a final series, right?
Right.
Now, I get you. Like Kevin Durant got to come onto Steph Curry's team and whatnot, but you would never like. Do we see LeBron behind Dwyane Wade? No.
All right. Oh, Scottie made it to the second round, same as Wade.
Let's get to what do you got? What do you got, Robbie?
Didn't you tell me he made it to the conference finals?
You watched that series? What are you getting mad at me
You
for?
told me. You said it earlier today.
You've been saying to me the entire time, Last
I
Dance.
didn't.
Haven't needed to watch it, bro. I lived it.
No. Wait a minute. Did you not say to me, Scottie Pippen made a conference final? Robbie, did you guys not tell me that? Robbie?
He never made the conference finals.
Makes my point even
did you
better,
guys
Texter.
tell me earlier today he made the conference finals?
I feel like we said that earlier in the week.
You still told me. You admitted it. See? Ha!
Doesn't matter. You've been sitting here swaggering around the Last Dance the entire time, telling us,
I'm not
don't need to watch it, bruh. I watched it. I lived it.
No, I'm not swaggering.
You're swaggering.
All I'm saying is that I am fine where Scottie Pippen is, and I'm fine where D Wade is. We're what? Scottie's 21, and D Wade's 26,
Yep.
and you're making a big deal. Come on.
Not making a big deal. I just think, come on. Dwyane Wade's better.
All right.
Better than Scottie Pippen.
So if we look at the numbers, is it going to say D-Wade was better?
If you looked at the numbers, you probably would say D-Wade, but I'm not even trying to do the numbers because D-Wade was a feature guy. Scottie never got to be, really.
Oh, he still got his points, though. I bet you he averaged 20 in his career.
16.
16? Mm-hmm. Okay. What did he average when Jordan wasn't there?
Let me find out. Robbie, give us a couple headlines while I look up Scottie Pippen's career, something I knew I would do. This is Quarantine Radio.
Well, I mean, there was a couple there's a couple dominoes falling for this college football season potentially not happening.
Okay.
First domino one is that California State University and their 23 campuses have all announced that they are not having in-person classes in the fall, and all classes will be virtual, and that affects 3 college football schools: Fresno State, San Jose State, and San Diego State. That's domino one.
Oh, by the way, Scottie Pippen, 22 points in the year, no MJ, which is below Dwyane Wade's career average. Dwyane Wade was a scoring champion with his little crew here in
that looter in the riot season.
I don't say looter and riot. That's not. I don't
That's
appreciate
what you would say if it was any other person.
I don't appreciate it. They had a winning record. It's not looter and a riot, all right? It's not Bradley Beal out there. I don't. I didn't like it. Don't say that. And it was semifinals. They lost that year.
All right.
They lost to the Knicks in 7 games.
Okay. All right.
So point again. Scottie Pippen is there.
Like
now, I do. Now I am looking
this argument and we make it sound like the other guy was a bum.
I'm not trying to say he's a bum. I'm not saying he's a bum. I just think that he should be below Dwyane Wade. You know, I'm looking at the list.
You approve the list except for that.
No,
is there anybody that maybe should be above D Wade?
Does Isaiah Thomas have an argument? Isaiah's 31. No. Career was cut short from injuries.
He's on that list?
Yeah, he's 31. Not Boston Isaiah Thomas. Bad Boys Isaiah Thomas.
Hey, he was a bad boy.
Literally, nobody liked him.
Where's Iverson?
Iverson is a little below Dwyane. He is 29. 29.
Man, that dude was awesome.
Yep. Dwyane Wade, he idolizes Allen Iverson.
Oh, okay. Scottie made it to the conference finals 2000 with the Blazers, but he wasn't the top guy.